Hi friends, this is Selvajan here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing well and safe. So today let us discuss about backbone first. So before that, let us understand the basic concepts of port first, uplink first and backbone first. So port first, it is enabled on access layer switchboard, which moves the port immediately into forwarding mode and which bypass the listening and the learning stages. So what is uplink first? It is used when a direct link failure occurs. So it is used for a fast convergence in the uplink. Assume there is an access layer switch. It has two links uplinks to the distribution layer. So when an existing uplink fails automatically, the traffic will be forwarded via another uplink. So that is the purpose of uplink fast. It is for a quick convergence in the uplink. And backbone fast, it is for a fast convergence in the backbone. So it is used when an indirect link failure occurs, which I am going to discuss now. So let us now go to the architecture. So here I connected switch B, A and C, all are connected means of a trunk link. And so there is a direct and an indirect link failure. Let us see the difference between the direct and an indirect link failure. So if the link fails between switch B and A, from switch B perspective, this is a direct link failure, right? So from switch C perspective, this is an indirect link failure. If the link fails between B and A, so from switch C perspective, this is an indirect link failure because this is not directly connected, right? So backbone fast is used to recover from an indirect link failure. So now let us go to the scenario. The first scenario is when the backbone fast not enabled and when there is an indirect link failure between switch A and B. So when there is an indirect link failure between switch A and B, switch B will not hear any BPDU from the neighboring switch. So it will start at sending the inferior BPDU to the switch C. So inferior BPDU or the BPDU sent which has lost connection to the neighboring switch. So the inferior BPDU sent from switch B to switch C. Now the switch C will discard the inferior BPDU. So in case the backbone was not enabled and when there is an indirect link failure, switch C will discard the inferior BPDU and it will wait for the maximum age timer, that is 20 seconds, to expire, and it will move the port from non-designated, the blocking port. It will move from non-designated to listening port and it will again send the BPDU to the switch B. Now the switch B thinks that this is not the root bridge. It will again discard the BPDU. So now the switch C will move from again listening to learning and learning to forwarding. So this delay will be 15, totally 30 seconds. So there will be total 50 seconds delay. So the first is the maximum age timer, that is around 20 seconds. Then from the listening to learning is 15 seconds and learning to forwarding is another 15 seconds. So there will be total 50 seconds time delay for moving from a non-designated or a blocking to forwarding stage. So this is a scenario when the backbone was not enabled. And the second scenario is when the backbone was enabled and when there is an indirect link failure between switch A and B. So when the links fails between switch A and B, it will send an inferior BPDU to the switch C. Since I enabled the backbone fast, the switch C now accept the inferior BPDU. So it will accept the inferior BPDU. It will send a root link query on a root port and a non-designated port. After that, once it receives the reply for the root link query, so this switch C non-designated port will skip the maximum age timer. So there is now no maximum age timer. So it will skip the maximum age timer. Then it will move from the listening to learning and learning to forwarding. So that will be only 30 seconds time delay. So when the backbone fast enabled, there is no maximum age timer. It will automatically move from listening to learning and learning to forwarding. So in case of backbone fast enabled, we can save around 20 seconds. So there will be only 30 seconds time delay. So now let us understand the backbone fast animation. So when there is an indirect link failure occurs between switch A and B, switch B will think that I am the root bridge and will start sending the BPDU to the switch C. Now the switch C, what happened? It will accept the inferior BPDU. It will send the root link query on a root port and a non-designated port, right? So once it receives the reply, what happened? Once it receives the reply for a root link query, the switch C will skip the maximum age timer. So there is no maximum age timer. That is 20 seconds. It will skip it. Then it will move from listening to learning, that is 15 seconds, and it will move from learning to forwarding, that is another 15 seconds. So there will be total 30 seconds time delay when the backbone fast is enabled. So how to configure backbone fast? So I have to configure on all the three switches spanning tree backbone fast. This is a command I have to enable for enabling the backbone fast. And for viewing the backbone fast features, we can go to the switch privilege mode and I have to specify show spanning tree backbone fast. Let us see the summary. So what is a backbone fast is used to recover from an indirect link failure. So when the backbone was not enabled, the non-designated port to forwarding stage transition will take place for around 50 seconds. And also in backbone was not enabled scenario, it will discard the inferior BPDU. But when the backbone was enabled, it will accept the inferior BPDU. It will skip the max image timer, that is 20 seconds. There will be only 30 seconds time delay. So that 30 seconds is from non-designated to forwarding state transition will take place only 30 seconds time delay, since it skipped the max image timer 20 seconds. So we can save 20 seconds when we enable backbone first. I hope you understood. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.